Did you know that over 1 million Indonesians are infected with tuberculosis every year, yet the vaccine being tested to save them comes not from Jakarta, but from a billionaire halfway across the world? Indonesia is currently one of the main sites for the global trial of a new tuberculosis vaccine developed with funding from Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. While some hailed this as a breakthrough in global health, others warn, are we being used as guinea pigs? So in this video, we're going to explore the facts and controversies surrounding the TB vaccine trial in Indonesia, who's behind it, why Indonesia was chosen, and whether claims of exploitation hold water. Tuberculosis, or TB, is not a new disease. It's been around for centuries and continues to kill more people globally than any other infectious disease, despite being curable. The existing TB vaccine, BCG, has been in use for over 100 years, but it offers limited protection for adults. That's why researchers have spent decades trying to find a more effective solution. The new vaccine was developed by GlaxoSmithKline and is now being further developed and trialed by the Bill and Melinda Gates Medical Research Institute, Gates MRI, and the Wellcome Trust. On the ground, trials are being conducted in partnerships with top Indonesian institutions like Universitas Indonesia and Universitas Pajajaran. But here's the issue. While the trial could be breakthrough for public health, there are growing concerns that Indonesia is being chosen not for its expertise, but because it's easier to experiment on its people. And this debate ties directly into bigger questions about power, globalism, and trust. In 2023, Indonesia reported more than 1 million TB cases and over 130,000 deaths. The M72 vaccine showed promising results in phase 2 trials with around 50% efficacy rate in preventing TB in people already affected latently. Phase 3 trials are now underway in 7 countries, including Indonesia, South Africa, Kenya, and Zambia. Indonesia alone has over 2,000 participants. These numbers explain why Indonesia is a logical choice: high caseload, available research institutions, and urgent need. But it also raises an ethical dilemma. Why are rich countries not running the trials within their own populations? Does urgency justify risk? And what are the protections for trial participants? We move from the undeniable urgency of the TB epidemic to the hopeful promise of the vaccine, to the skeptical voices asking whether Indonesia's sovereignty and the people are being respected or simply used. The Indonesian Ministry of Health has permanently denied any claims of exploitation. Health Minister Budi Gunadi Sadikin stated, "This is not about turning Indonesians into test subjects. All protocols are being followed, and this is a scientific collaboration." Meanwhile, international public health experts argue that global trials are essential to ensure the vaccine works in diverse genetic and environmental contexts. But civil society groups and activists raise red flags. They cite historical instances where developing nations were used for medical trials without fully informed consent or post-trial access to treatment. The presence of a controversial figure like Bill Gates only amplifies these fears. TB remains a public health emergency in Indonesia. The M72 vaccine trial offers hope, but raises complex ethical questions. Indonesia was likely chosen for valid public health reasons, but that doesn't negate concerns about power dynamics. Some argue that refusing to participate in global trials would deny Indonesians access to innovation. Others respond, access must not come at the cost of transparency, consent, and respect. So, are Indonesians being used as guinea pigs? The answer is not exactly. Indonesia is a willing participant in a global fight against TB, backed by credible research institutions and health authorities. But that doesn't mean the system is perfect or free from power imbalances. The TB vaccine trial in Indonesia is a case study in global health ethics. It forces us to ask hard questions. Who decides where trials happen? Who profits from them? And who gets the vaccine first when it's ready? So, do you believe Indonesia is benefiting from this trial or being taken advantage of?